Hello. A couple of weeks ago I was attending a paragliding competition in France. Wonderful event. I was sitting on the side of the hill with about 120 other pilots, and there was a few local pilots were flying before the competition, and they were stepping out into the air, turning right, and then they found a thermal. Time after time they found a thermal and up they went, up into the sky, and then they flew away, miles and miles away. And it struck me at the time that this is a bit of a metaphor for trusting God, because you don't see the thermal. You're kind of literally stepping out into the air in faith, thinking, possibly knowing, but more likely thinking that you're going to connect with the thermal so that you can fly away. So what do I mean by trusting God? Well, that's a good question, isn't it? Because, unlike thermals, which sometimes aren't there, God is always there. But what does that actually mean? The Apostle Paul in the New Testament, this is a very scholarly gentleman who became a Christian quite late in life after having been very anti-Christian at the beginning, said something in his letter to the Romans. He said, "We know that in all things God works for the benefit of those who love him." Paul was somebody who really suffered for the gospel, so he knew what he was talking about. He put his money where his mouth is. And what he means is, I believe that there are times when life throws a curveball at you and you get hit in the head and you're reeling, but we really can trust the fact that God knows what he's doing and he has our benefit at heart. And in the long run, however long that may be, things will work out for the better. I can think of times in my life when terrible things have happened. This sounds really easy to say, doesn't it? But I can honestly say that in my life I can look back and see when terrible things have happened, I have then gone through a period of growth, or later on things have turned out better than they were before. That's what trusting God means. It means that we don't have to kind of lose it totally because we're struggling, because we don't know what's going to happen. We really can rely on God. Maybe in the long term, maybe in the very long term, when we know we're going to go and be with God when our life on this earth is over. So take heart, whatever happens in life. If you have a relationship with Jesus, things are going to be okay in the long run. That's it. That's all I've got to say. Thanks.